Alright, today I'm going to be reviewing Jakks Pacific WWE Draft SmackDown number 13, Chris Jericho. And here he is still in the package. Get a good look at him. This is the whole storyline when they drafted characters for two shows, SmackDown and Raw. Because there was just too many wrestlers back then. Too many. So they decided to keep them on certain shows. But yeah, this one is the SmackDown one. And on the side right here, it says right here, Special Edition. And right here we get SmackDown draft up here, and a picture of Vince McMahon, because he was the one who was in charge of SmackDown back then. And right here says number 13, Chris Jericho, limited edition of 11,250. And here's the character himself, Chris Jericho, Y2J. I think he looks pretty good in there. Of course, he's wearing his pants that I remember he wore when he fought against Kane at the Survivor Series. I think it was 2001 maybe. Might have been, yeah. 2001, 2002, can't remember. It was the first time they fought like one-on-one, and then like Kane beat him. Then ended up doing a last man standing match a month later. But yeah. Now on the back, get a big old list of wrestlers that are in this wave. But they're all like their actual real life picture, not the picture of the figure. And it comes with the the number of edition as well, limited. Goes all the way down. But I don't really understand right here. Right here, Tori Wilson. Okay, look, right above her, DDP. Limited edition of 3,750. And Tori Wilson, In Your Dreams. Like, seriously? Like, does that mean they made very few to be rare, or what's going on? Then also, up here, Billy Kidman. How much do you want it? It's ridiculous. But whatever. This figure came out 2002. Yeah. I think the match I was talking about was 2001. But yeah. That's it for packaging. I'm gonna open this up and give you a closer look at Chris Jericho. And here he is out of the package, ready to be reviewed. Let's take a look at the figure. It's pretty good. I like it. Comes with a display stand, which is pretty rare for figures from wrestling to come with one. It's pretty nice. Holds them in place. So yeah, you can see the stand does work. But it's kind of unneeded. Unless you're one of those collectors that just, wants them on one of these. But I'm not going to use it, but it's a nice touch. Let's take them off here. And yes, the figure can stand on his own. Okay, the stand. It's WWE Draft SmackDown with SmackDown colors, so that's good. Goes like this, and you can move it. That's good. Also, you can take it off from right here, put it a little higher if you want. I guess in case another figure's taller than this. But yeah, let's take a look at the figure. He's like, I am Y2J. But yeah, I like him. I like the sculpt, and I like the height. And the paint's still good. The only thing that's like different from this figure and like classic superstars is some of the articulation. Like he's missing, looks like he's missing the bicep articulation, and like right here the hinge on the wrist. Looks like he probably just has a swivel. But everything else is the same. I like this Jericho. I prefer this Jericho over other Jericho figures from Jakks Pacific. And of course Mattel, because this is the old school Jericho, the one I knew. So that's why I don't like the Mattel ones, because it's the new version. And also the classic superstars, Jericho's, like, I don't know, something about their hair or their face or their beard, it makes them look a little different, or there's, you know, different time periods. But this one's good. I like this one because this is the Jericho I know. He's got the beard, he's got the hair. I think the paint on the hair is really good and sculpted really nice. The face is good. It looks like Jericho, but he's just, you know, stuck in this, you know, screaming mode. But whatever, I don't mind. Yeah, I like the sculpt because the sculpt is original. Like, you can tell they didn't use this sculpt on many wrestling figures. The classic superstars, they all had like the same mold. It gets boring after a while. But yeah, it's got the pants, the design. I like that one. Jericho on his boots. And he's got the shin pads, it looks like. Actually got straps on his foot for it. Cool. He's got the wristbands. But he doesn't have knee pads. But whatever, who cares? I can give him knee pads probably. Okay. Articulation wise, all I can do is you can turn his head left and right. You can probably, yeah, you can do it all the way around if you wanted. The hair doesn't hinder it, it just kind of slows it down. Shoulders go up and down all the way around. Also side to side. You can bend at the elbow and turn at the wrist. And there is waist articulation. And foot with the leg, V-joint swivel, so you can go back and forth, but not much going back. Can't go side to side though, but you can bend at the knee right there and at the foot. So that's good. I'm liking this Jericho. So far, this is like my favorite Jericho figure of all time so far. It's pretty good. This figure is like almost 10 years old. He's still standing strong for me. Whoops, sorry about that. His size is about 6 inches, maybe a little more. I'll compare him to the other wrestling figures so you can get the idea. There's WWE's classic superstars, The Rock. And you can see they're lined up pretty much, yeah, exactly the same. And The Rock is taller, which, you know what, is good for me. In this case, this is good because Jericho is smaller and skinnier than The Rock, so it matches perfect. Because, you know, some Jakks Pacifics don't match up in size, especially the superstars, the classic superstars, but this works right here. It's perfect. And here's WWE Classic Superstars Deluxe Kane for the 2-pack from with Undertaker, and they match up. Hold on, Kane needs to get into the full camera here. He's a little too tall. There we go. So Kane, being the deluxe, has more articulation and taller, and it's still perfect because Kane is bigger than both of these wrestlers over here. So it works perfect for me. So yeah, if you're wondering about Chris Jericho figure, they're pretty much perfect in size. One, I'd say, would be this one right here. This is pretty much my favorite Jericho. He's awesome. Alright, you check out this one if you want. If not, then, you know, it's your choice. There's plenty of other Jericho figures out there. Alright, thanks for watching.